Hey y'all, we are back again today. Me and my son, we were looking at the weather forecast and it's supposed to start raining later on this afternoon and raining tomorrow. So we're going to go ahead and do a thorough cleaning of the coop. We have planned to go in and scrub the pool, the kiddie pool out real good and fill it up with water. And while I'm doing that, he's going to wrangle up the bigger chickens and get them blocked off into their side of the coop. And then when we address the little ones, we're going to go ahead and let the gate out and let them go into the run and have a little bit of freedom. I hope that I don't regret this decision, but that way they can get some leg room and get some exercise while I have good access to the coop and cleaning it out. So Jess, you ready for the thorough cleaning before this rain comes in? I got the kiddie pool scrubbed up real good and filling it up with some water. Jess brought me some apple cider vinegar, and I don't do this every time. I do it like every other pool cleaning, but I like to put that in their pool. It just helps with kind of their digestive tract and cleans them out a little bit. And so I just put a little bit. I don't really measure. I just put just a little bit in there. This is a big pool, so I'll probably put the rest of this in here. Jess, he comes out here and helps me right often. I don't ask him a whole lot because I have more of the farming instincts in me than he does, what you say. But when I do ask for his help, he does come out here and help me. And he got the chickens all in. It wasn't that hard of a task. We're going to try to top this pool off. And then once we get this pool off, I figured I didn't want to let the little ones out while this was filling up because I didn't want the sound to scare them. So we're going to go ahead and get this filled up. And then once we do that, do you want to do the honors of releasing the little baby chicks?
Yes, sir.
He says he's a little nervous of trying to get them back in there, which I am too, but we'll see how that goes. The kiddie pool is all cleaned out and looking good with some apple cider vinegar in it. Like I told you in the video before, you want to keep your water cool. So I got a water bottle here, 2-liter water bottle that's full with ice. And I'm just going to set that in there. So Jess is going to do the honors and releasing the little chicks. And let them have a little bit of freedom today. If you want to, just pick up the gate and slide it out and just set it on the side of the chicken coop. Yeah, it's been broke, but I've been kind of just using it. It's what I have, so that's what I've been using. Pull back on that door where it catches that netting up at the top so it won't come slamming in on them. Is it caught pretty good? All right, let's see what they do. Come on, babies. They're not quite sure. Come on. It might take them a few minutes because they've been in there for so long. I might have a brave one right here. Here they come. There you go. Still quite unsure that Americana up in the front. She says, I'm turning back. I'm not sure about this. I don't know, Jess. You might have to walk in there and direct them this way. Just take it easy. Take it kind of slow. Are they all going to that one side? There we go. Oops. She got out and come back in. Yeah. You know what? We might just have to, Jess, we might just have to let them come out on their own. So you can come on out. I'll just leave it open, and maybe when I get in there to cleaning, they'll decide to come on out. I was hoping they would come on and out on their own, but they're a little skittish. Don't be mean to her. Be nice. We're gonna try something else. We're gonna get their feeding bowl and bring it out here. All right, Jessie, go ahead and start putting some feed in there. Maybe they'll come out to that. Let's see what they do. All right, that's probably good. Go ahead and step back and see if they'll come on out to that. Oh, there goes the one. It's one of our sapphire gems. They still are unsure about it. Well, girls, I'm gonna have to come in there and clean whether y'all are out or in, and hopefully maybe y'all will make your way out. I think they're getting a little bit braver. We've got a few that keeps on popping out and popping in. There we go. Now go ahead and get you some freedom. Get you a little bit of room to wiggle. There you go. There goes Big Rooster though. Rooster Jr. I don't know if you would call him a junior though. He is bigger than my other Roo. Jessie has brought me a pitchfork and bring me the broom. These are my two tools I use to clean out the coop for the little ones. I think I'm good. I'm gonna set them blocks out and we're gonna get to it. I am gonna try to wear one of these. I have a phobia with masks, y'all. I don't know what it is. I just wig out when I have to put one on. But with cleaning out the coop, a lot of the stuff stirs up in the air and I don't want to get all, you know, congested and stuff. So I'm going to try to wear this. You might see me take it off a few times, but we're going to try. I'm going to try this out. I'm going to put it below my nose right now until I really get to start the cleaning. Chickens make a mess. They have a tendency to spill the water, the food, and then of course you got the compact of them walking on their linen and the poop and the pee. And so sometimes it can really be really hard to get up off the floors. And I really recommend, if you ever decide to build a chicken coop, to put linoleum down, because linoleum can be a lifesaver. Not only does it make it easier to kind of scrape the stuff off of the linoleum and get it out of the coop, but it also can spare your floors from rotting out. And so this little thing right here is called a paint guide and wall tool, but it's got a metal trim on it. I use that a lot to kind of just scrape up what I can't get up with the pitchfork and the broom. And it just comes up pretty nicely. Another thing I like to use too is the hand brush. It's just a little hand brush that I bought at the dollar store, and that helps get in these little crooks and crevices that I'm unable to get with the pitchfork or the broom, the big broom. And you know, you just more or less want to, you don't have to like clean it like sparkling clean, but just enough to where, you know, it's cleaned out pretty good. So I've got this side. I got this side to go. They still have not come out. just the unknown, scared of the unknown. I guess we're a lot like that, trying something new or doing things differently. The unknown can be very, very frightening, but you just have to jump in there sometimes. And I don't know what I was thinking. I've been piling it at the end of the door. I went ahead and knocked out ashes from the wood fire, and I'm going to put those, put that in the kiddie pool and take that out to my composting bin. In the next 3 months, that'll be really good mulch. You don't want to put it on your garden right away because it can burn. The high nitrogen count in that can burn your plants off really bad, but if you let it sit for 3 or 4 months and the nitrogen levels get a little bit lower, it makes for a good fertilizer for your garden. Another good tool is a dustpan to get all the loose that you can't get with the pitchfork or the broom. Really good to have one of these on handy. I'm sorry, girls. They are just all to pieces in here, but they won't go outside, so I have no other choice but to clean around them. I know a lot of y'all notice that I'm not working with gloves either. Sometimes I wear gloves and sometimes I don't. I might pay for that in the long run, but I don't know, it's hard for me to just feel what I'm doing when I'm in gloves. So I just opted to not to do gloves today, and I am sure glad I decided to go on and do this today while it was cloudy, because I am sweating up a big one. But these girls will be happy and less stressed with a cleaner coop. Now that I got the majority of the coop cleaned on this side, I'm going to put some pine shavings down. I use pine shavings instead of cedar. There's things circling around about the cedar being toxic to your chickens, so I just prefer to use the pine. When the guys were little, when these little girls were little, they're not guys, girls, except for the rooster, he is a guy. I didn't have to come out here and clean it that often, and I use the deep litter method, which is where you just pile fresh on top of the old and it composts itself down. But as these girls have gotten bigger, I have to at least come out here at least once a week. Maybe I can get away with twice, every 2 weeks. Just depending on how bad they spill the water, the food, and use the bathroom. Their side gets a little bit nastier than the bigger chicken side because the bigger chickens are all out in the run during the day. So theirs is not nearly as nasty as theirs will get. They can't come out really and blend with the flock because they have to eat the chicken starter feed, and they really need to have that until they're 15 weeks old. So we're just kind of playing it by ear and letting them still stay in the brooder until they get enough age on them where they can eat the regular lay and crumble feed. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay this down pretty thick and put their watering dish back in here and their feed. And I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. Old-timer farmers that have had chicks for years know how to clean a coop, but maybe I gave some new tips that maybe you hadn't thought about using to clean your coop. And I hope that this helps with you newbie farmers out there that have gotten some baby chicks, and just showing you how it's done. Y'all have a great day. Until next time, we'll be talking to you soon. Forgot to mention one quick note. So I'm putting my ice water bottle in there to keep that water cool before I put the top on. And I decided to put these pavers in here and wedge their feeding bowl in the middle. They're having a tendency of wanting to knock the food over. So hopefully with the added pressure on the sides, they won't do that and they won't waste as much. Then I had to push a lot of them out, even though they didn't want to go. But they look like they're fairly enjoying the freedom out here, stretching their legs, having a good time. So I'm going to go ahead and get some more lemon balm and put it in the coop to deter the flies and maybe get rid of some of these gnats. Now that I've done cleaned it out here, hopefully that will lessen that up as well. Y'all have a great and wonderful day. For real, this time I'm signing off.